Hi everybody, I'm Pia from Stitches and Scraps, and today I want to talk to you about how to knit or purl into the back leg, or sometimes called the back loop, of a stitch. So here I have a swatch where I've got a kind of messy slip stitch in the middle here just to divide it. On this side, I have been knitting like normal into the regular front loop like you normally knit. On this side, I've been knitting into the back leg. So you can see the difference here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that nice and close. Okay, if you look at these knit stitches here, okay, you can see that the shape is open at the bottom. See how one leg goes off that way, one leg goes off that way, and it's kind of open at the bottom. Okay, that V shape is pretty straight and it doesn't cross at all. If you come over here and you look at these, you see that same V shape. You've got one leg going this way and one leg going this way, but at the bottom they cross over each other. And you can see how these stitches are a little more twisty, a little bit tighter. They're almost like tiny mini little cables versus these, which are very flat and very open. So that is the difference between working into the front loop like normal or the back leg or back loop, which gives you a twisted stitch. So let's look at how to do that. Let's first take a look at how a stitch is oriented on the needle. Here I have a stitch that I've taken off the needle and laid flat so that you can see it flat. And as you can see, it has a right leg, which I also call the leading leg, and it has a left leg, which is the back leg. And the reason that's the back leg is when you put this on your needle, the leading leg, that right leg, should always be in front. So if you look at this, if I lay this flat, there's that leading leg in the front. And when you're working knitting and purling like normal, that leading leg will always be in the front unless you've done something wrong or you're doing something specific in the pattern to twist it. So when I work a regular knit stitch, I'm just going into that leading leg, that front leg, the right leg of that loop. Okay, so this is a normal knit stitch into the front leg of the stitch. Okay, we all know how to do a normal knit stitch. So now let's look at these ones. These are our twisted stitches. And you'll notice that the leading leg is still in front. It's a little bit tighter, so it's a little harder to see, but the leading leg is still in front, and it always will be unless you've done something weird, okay? So instead of working into this leading leg, which will open up the stitch and make it flat, we're going to work into this back leg back here, which takes the whole stitch and twists it around. You can see as I do this that the stitch is now twisting around, so that leading leg goes to the left and the back leg comes out to the right. And that is what makes the twisted appearance of the stitches here. So to do that, normally for a knit stitch I insert from front to back through the front loop. For a knit stitch through the back loop, I insert from front to back. See, this needle position hasn't changed. I will go from this now instead through the back loop. Okay, you can see I'm going through the back loop there. And now nothing changes about my knit stitch. I still knit like normal and pull it through, and you can see I'm coming through that back loop, and that's made the stitch twist at the base. So let's do that again. Insert your needle. You can pull on it a little to loosen if you need to, but insert your needle through the back loop of the stitch, yarn over and pull it through. So knit. Let's do it again. Not here. You want to go in through the back. Okay, and knit. Okay, now I'm on the back side, and the back side doesn't really look very much different. Even though these are purled normally and these are purled through the back loop, other than them feeling a little bit tighter, you don't really see much of a difference. But you do see the difference on the front, because when you purl through the back loop in the back, it looks like you knitted through the back loop in the front. So if you want that twisted stitch to show in the front, you want to purl through the back loop. For a normal purl, we would be going this way. Okay. To purl in the back loop, we bring our needle through the back loop. And you can see how that tightens it up a bit, but I'm twisting that stitch as I do this. So now I finish my purl stitch like normal. And there I have a twisted purl stitch. And again, you're going to see that in the front more than you see it in the back. And we'll do another purl, and if it's too tight, because this does get tight sometimes, pull on it. You can loosen the stitch, it's okay. So pull that up and purl through the back loop. So let's take a look at what that looks like from the front. Oops. There you go. You can see the little twisted stitches here. Zoom in on that. See these little twisted stitches here? Those were our purls through the back loop on the other side. So that is how you knit and purl through the back loop. Thanks for watching.